So I take 350,000 and I would literally show him my calculator on my phone while I'm doing this. I would say, let me show you what equity you'll have. And I would type in 350,000 and I'm like showing him, here's 350,000. Then I would hit times 1.04. And I'm explaining in the last 50 years, the average amount that a home went up in value per year across all of America, so all real estate, is 4%. So chances are you'll get 4% a year. So I'm multiplying the number that you're buying at times 1.04. And every time I hit the equal sign, it adds 4%. So I'm going to hit equals 5 times for 5 years. So I hit it once, then I hit it twice, a third time, a fourth time, and a fifth time. And I do this while holding the calculator up to their like turns so they can see it. And it's like, so you're going to go from 350 to 425 in the next 5 years. You need that extra cash to be able to put down, right? So you can go get the nicer home, the bigger land. You want to build from scratch on your own piece of land out in the country, wherever it is. That's going to give you $75,000 in equity you don't have today while building your credit at the same time. And then plus whatever you pay down on the mortgage, I'm not even factoring in, and whatever your down payment was initially, which it sounds like he's going to do VA, but it's like you're going to pay it down from the 350. So just what it goes up in value, if I subtract out the 350 and hit equals, looks like about $75,828 in the next 5 years. Seems like that would be a better move for you, Mr. Smith, or whatever his name is, Carl. Look here, Carl. That's what it's going to be. So that's how I normally do that. Okay, Natalia, who do you have that you feel like is the closest person, and what needs to happen to get this person across the line?
Yeah, so glad we're having this conversation. I am working with a buyer and they have a home to sell. We finally narrowed down what floor plan they're kind of needing, their budget, all of that is squared away. The biggest challenge with them is their listing agent told them they need to wait until January to list their home. So
Yeah,
the,
they're so
the
dumb.
only thing that I'm kind of pushing and having this conversation today is, the home site that you're really wanting out here is probably not going to be available by the time you get your house listed. And I understand, like they just want to make sure that the timing works out.
Right.
So that's the biggest challenge is I'm just trying to figure out a way to convince them to go ahead and sign with us, even if they want to list in, January. But, what are we waiting for?
What is
Like
the
that.
what is the because realtors are freaking stupid. That's the problem.
Well, we can't say that because their listing
I know
agent
that.
is our in-house person.
Whoa, it's Brady? That's why he hung up. He's not on here anymore. I'm gonna call him and tell him that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Stop it.
It was not
Oh,
Brady.
huh?
Brady did not tell them that.
Well, they told me that that's what they were
Bra-
told.
Brady didn't say that to them.
I
Why
feel
would
Steve's helped me with situations like that, though, regardless of who that person is. Steve has helped me
They
navigate throughout
specifically
those
said
things.
that he said that the market is going to pick up in January after all the holidays. So that is what they're waiting for. So it's really hard for me to fight that because it's our person and I feel like we're kind of working against each other. I don't know why. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to.
I'm shocked that I'm let me say this. First of all, there's a saying in our business, and it is this: buyers are liars and
Yeah.
sellers are yellers. I think the buyer is lying to you because Brady has listened to me for months. He knows not to say something like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be really shocked if he actually said that to them. I think they're just telling you that because they feel like it's their way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So
but
why are they looking for a way out? That like I'm so confused
well,
because
I think what they're looking for is a stall tactic. That's what I think.
which means what?
that they don't want to list their house until after the first of the year. Like they don't want to start the process. They don't want to have to deal with like having showings during the month of December, maybe. A lot of people, you know, some people refer to this season of the year as the holidays. I have been known to call it the hollow plagues because everybody like stops their life for like 45 days. Jordan said the stall-a-days because everybody just puts their life on hold for like 45 days and doesn't do anything because they're like, well, but we've got the holidays. I can't do that right now. I think it might be the customer. I think what if I was in your shoes, I would call Brady and say, "Did you say that to these people?" I'd
I don't want to
100%.
be confrontational, I'm sure.
I think you can ask him a question. It doesn't have to be confrontational at all. You guys are on the same team. He wants to sell the listing as much as you want to sell the home.
That's my hope, but yeah.
Yeah,
You're like, if not, we'll find a realtor that's got enough guts to sell a home in January that thinks they can
exactly.
get it done.
Well, and that's what I had to do with the listing that went under contract yesterday. I just, recommended an agent that they kind of they entertained him before. And I said, well, just list with him then, just go ahead and get the process started. And they sure did. And they signed a contract. And I don't know. I just think like, if whoever's on my team recommends to wait for months, I can't afford that. Like I want to get things moving. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I will have a conversation with that agent if you would like me to, because that is the craziest thing I've ever heard. If he said that to a customer, he should never say that to a
that's
customer.
up to you, Aaron. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know if you want to have.
I don't want him stalling your deals. So I definitely want to have that conversation with him. So, and I want to make sure that the two of you are on the same page on that stuff. Like that's
I
not
would love that because
not what we
that's
want to
the
do.
hope, the reason why we're using our in-house agent is so we can
Absolutely.
all be on the same page, move this stuff as quick as we possibly can. And I don't know why they're roadblocks and they seem like they're a little bit unnecessary. But again, it could just be them, saying things.
Sometimes the buyers will lie to you, and the reason I know this is because I've had it happen so
Yeah,
many times, and I've had
absolutely.
in-house realtors, I've had realtors who are very good friends of mine that like I know they didn't say it. I knew they like as soon as the
Hmm.
customer told me, I was like, "You're lying," like because I just knew that like that
Yeah,
agent is not going to tell you what you just said, and not just talking about like listing in December, but I'm saying lots of
yeah.
other things they'll lie about. And then I've had with the different preferred lenders I've had where customers will tell me, well, the lender said this. And I'm like, the lender didn't say that. You're just making up crap now. And so I would just, I'm the type of person who I'm just going to be very direct. I'm not going to be confrontational, but I'm going to be very direct. And it's like, hey, I'm going to call said lender. I'm going to call said realtor. I'm going to be like, hey, the customer said that you said this. Did you say that? And then they're going to be like, well, yeah, I did. And I'd be like, "Oh, okay, why did you say that to them? I mean, we're trying to sell a home, aren't we? Yeah. Well, then why are you trying to stop them from doing that? And I would just be very direct. That's not confrontational. Do you guys remember the 5 levels of communication? You know what the 5 levels of communication are?
Can't say that I do.
We're going to back up. This is a life lesson for you guys. I think this will help you. Um, we will get this problem sorted today for you, but 5 levels of communication are level 1. You guys, this will help you for the rest of your life if you will learn this lesson. Level 1, cliches and sayings. It's like, what's up? You see somebody, you're like, what's up? Not much. What's up with you? That's a cliche, a colloquialism, the things we say that we're like, fist bump, what up? Not much, what up? Whatever people do when they greet each other in the first 10 seconds you see them. That's cliches. That's level 1. Level 2 is facts and figures. This is where you go, hey, this is how our Zoom started today. What did Ashley tell me right as soon as it started? First, Ashley said, hey, how's it going? Good. How's it with you? Good. There's our cliches. And then it's, a factor of figure. 9 freaking degrees. It's cold here. I'm cold. That facts and figures, right? The next level, and most people don't go to level 3. They stay away from it. Level 3 is an opinion about the facts and figures.